What's the activity name?
The activity name is, well, the subject is social studies, and the activity name is just World War I, and the main causes of World War I.
www.worldwar1.com.
Alright, so my Microteach basically picks up where my opener left off. I'm going to go into more detail about the question we asked in class. That was, what were the 4 main reasons for the start of World War I? So, I'm sure you noticed, but main is both underlined and italicized. It's because I wanted to draw their attention to the word specifically, because it's a clue for the mnemonic device that we would use in remembering the main causes for the assessment. I would give them later. So, going to the first point, I'm sure you all can guess what M was of Maine, right? Any ideas?
Of M? Militarization was one?
Yes. So the first main point was militarization. Militarization is defined as a strong military buildup. This is the desire of the government or the country to have a strong military presence for 2 main reasons. It provides both immediate protection from the surrounding states and also colonial protection. During this time, there was multiple countries within Europe that had territories and colonies outside of their own that they wished to protect through militarization. If you look in the book, actually, on page 778, just part of
Gingerly.
Go down, sorry.
No, you're good.
778. It actually shows a kind of detailed, vaguely detailed thing about, what did I say? 778. Idea of what the militarization looked like in Europe at that time. And if you notice, Germany was quite into the whole idea of militarization, so much so that it caused some concern from surrounding powers, and that does lead to our second main cause of the First World War. I'm sure you all can guess what this one is as well, because we kind of discussed it already, so, in class.
Was it alliance?
Yeah.
Yes, so alliances. There were a series that followed the militarization throughout the 1800s and 1900s. They were made as a sort of deterrent of conflict. So the first one of major importance that we kind of want to address is the League of Three Emperors of 1873. This was an alliance between Austria-Hungary, Germany, and Russia. It sought to unite the three countries, but at the same time, it failed inevitably because of pre-existing conflict between Russia and Austria-Hungary. So this dissolved in 1887, and we move on to the Dual Alliance of 1879. So it's kind of like a, behind-the-scenes kind of thing that happened between Austria-Hungary and Germany that created more tension between Russia and the two in the League of Three Emperors. Because of their shared fear of Russia, they created this alliance so that if Russia did attack them, they would have support from the other. It also prevented war between the two countries and kind of united them together in a common alliance cause. So, so that's kind of the central side of things, the central powers, that's what we kind of call them, during the World War. So the Allied response to those was the Franco-Russian alliance of 1894. Oh, well, I forgot to mention the Triple Alliance of 1882 on the past slide. This was an alliance between Italy, Germany, and Austria-Hungary against, this was like a sort of, oh, I'm flustered. It was protection basically mainly against France, that if it protected Germany and that Italy would join the war on their side if France attacked Germany, and if Italy and France got into it, Germany would help them. So that was the Triple Alliance of 1882. The Allied response was the Franco-Russian Alliance of 1894. This was an alliance between France and Russia, as you can probably guess. And then in 1907, there was the Triple Entente, which the UK, or the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, joined later with the France and Russian alliance. So, in conclusion, the two main alliances you probably want to focus on is the Triple Alliance, which united Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy, and the Triple Entente, which united Great Britain, Russia, and France. And then, spoiler alert, their plan to kind of prevent conflict and to put a quick end to it should it arise failed. Their plan didn't fall through. There was a bit of surprise and betrayal. Italy flipped sides during the war, and new powers emerged, such as the Ottoman Empire from the southeast and Bulgaria. This leads on to our third main reason for the cause of the start of the First World War. Any ideas as to what this is? Hopefully the images help. Imperialism, exactly. So this is the idea of building and expanding empires through diplomacy and military force. This either happened voluntarily or through force, and as a result of imperialism, it actually created a rise in tension and rivalry between state powers that surrounded Europe at that time. Lastly, we have our fourth main cause, and I'm sure you guys probably remember that one as well, maybe?
Nationalism?
It is nationalism. So, nationalism basically promotes the idea of loyalty to one's own nation, and to an extent, it's patriotism, it's devotion to your country, and it's the idea that the needs of your country surpass all others. So while this does provide negative and positive consequences, it's also a deciding factor in the creation of some states. So the cons of it might be xenophobia or the superiority complex between certain countries, but it also provides it unites people under a common cause and creates a sense of belonging within the country. So, as I mentioned, states kind of become hinged on this idea. It's what formed Italy in 1861 and unified Germany in 1871. So it creates, but it also creates states, but it also and unites them under a common cause, but also creates tension and rivalry in the process. So, quick bonus, yay. Who's, if you guys can tell me who this guy is, the same guy that's on the poster for, it's like a propaganda enlistment sort of thing. Do you guys know who he was? He was a British Army officer and colonial administrator.
I would not know.
No. Okay. He was Field Marshal Lord Kitchener.
Oh. Okay.
Know the name, not the face.
Yeah.
So, alright. So, in conclusion, we kind of learned our mnemonic device for the four main reasons for World War I. I'm sure by now we all know them, but if we could just, say them all at once, I guess.
Militarization, alliances,
Imperialism and
nationalism.
Yeah. Exactly right. Yeah. That concludes today's mini unit.
Woo!
Yeah, nice. Okay, well,
I was gonna say.
awkward. Hello. All right.
Like